Hey, what's going on, Capricorns? Butch here. I'm going to do the remainder of March read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And with that being said, we're going to be using the Celtic Tarot. And let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Capricorn? March 2022. What do we see for Capricorns? All right, Capricorns. So the first thing I see, Capricorns, is I feel like this is someone that you already know, and I feel like with this person, I feel a lot of turbulence with this person. I feel a lot of conflict. I feel like there's a lot of defensive energy from this person. I feel like there's been a lot of chaotic energy with this person. With that Tower card, I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy with this person. I feel like it's a lot of in and out. I feel like there's a lot of built up frustration on both sides. And I feel like this person, there's moments when you're as close as you can be with this person, and there's moments where this person couldn't be any more distant. And I feel like it's causing a real tug of war between you and them. I feel like this person, has a tendency of sometimes coming off a bit cold. I feel like I said, there's moments when you feel like you're on the same page, and there's moments when it doesn't even feel like you're in the same friggin' book. And I feel like it's hard to move forward with that. It's hard to gain structure. It's hard to gain a foundation with that type of energy. It's almost like you're building that house and your contractor doesn't show up. And when they do show up, you fight about, what's going on this floor plan and what's happening here. But then there's moments when this person, you get a lot of nurturing energy from this person. And, you feel like everything's working in the right direction. You feel like everything's good. They feel that nurturing energy from you, and it feels like you both got your shit together and everything's going good. And all of a sudden, it goes back to the way it was. It goes back to that distance. Now, what I see happening here is I feel like this person, they're trying to hide their true feelings. And they're trying to hide their emotions. It's not that they're trying to hide their true feelings so much as they're trying to hide the emotion of it all. This person wants to be that protector. They want to be strong for you, for the both of you. So I feel like they try to hide how much this truly means to them. They want to be the backbone. And sometimes that veil comes down and they show their true side. And that's the part what they're not seeing and what they're not getting is that's the part that you're attracted to. You're attracted to that ability for them to drop that hardness of themselves for you. It's like that benefit that you get with being with this person is they have that soft side that you get to see. You get to enjoy that, and you enjoy being there with them. And in those moments, you know exactly what you want. But then there's a moments when they feel so distant and they're in their head. Now, what I do see with this person is I feel like they spend a lot of time in their head, and that's when they go cold on you, because they're working on a plan. But the problem is they're not including you on that plan. They feel like they have to do all the work themselves, which is how they got this shit twisted. Because when you're with someone, you do it together, especially with a Capricorn. Capricorn doesn't need you holding their damn hand. They need someone that walks beside them. You know, they don't need someone to guide them along. They need someone that stands up and works side by side with them to get through shit. And I feel like when this person deals with shit, and I feel like there is some shit that they're dealing with, and I feel like it does have to do with stability. You know, when they deal with that, it's almost like they cut you out. You know, it's like being in a a financial partnership with someone, and when shit starts happening that's bad, they don't tell you about it. So you can't help them fix it. You know, it makes them feel undervalued. You know, it makes them feel like you don't respect them as an equal. You know, that's why you get that defensive energy from this person. It's not because they don't want to be with you. It's because they feel like they have to take care of everything. You know, what they're hiding from you is the fact that they have a hard time, giving you 50% control. You know, with that devil card, I feel like their burden is they have a hard time letting anybody else have any control. You know, and the thing is that I see it's when it comes to the bad shit. They don't want to share the bad shit with you. But the problem with the relationships is when you're in a relationship with someone, you share the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, it's not just the gravy train. It's not just the rainbows. You know, it's not just about when you make a bunch of money and you want to go spend some with your person. It's about when shit's tight and you can't do that shit. You can't go out. You can't afford to go out. Or whatever the case may be. When you're with someone, it's a partnership. And if you're with someone that you truly have love for, you have to respect them enough to include them in every part of it. And I feel like they didn't do that. I feel like they made the mistake, but I feel like I feel like they're finally learning from the mistakes. I feel like they're starting to see things in a completely different perspective, and they're starting to realize that two heads are better than one. That the biggest issue in your relationship with this person is the fact that they're keeping you out of the loop. They're starting to realize that, and I feel like it's taken some real, pride swallowing, some real pride swallowing events to really make this person to see what it is that they have to do. And if they want that strong foundation, they have to open up and they have to be honest with you. And I feel like that is what's coming. I feel like that communication's coming, and I feel like with that communication, that helps us move forward. That builds a stronger bond, which builds a stronger foundation. I don't feel like they were hiding shit from you to be, to manipulate or, it wasn't to have a hidden agenda. It was the fact that I feel like they only wanted to share the good with you, and they have this undying fear of sharing the bad with you. But if you're not sharing both, you're not sharing any. And I feel like this new realization has really got this person putting in the work. And you will see that you're finally getting on the same page. You can finally move forward, and finally put that foundation down and finally move forward. I do see this person finally open up to you, and I feel like your relationship is only going to grow because of it. I do see an offer coming of more, And I do see a lot of happiness with this person being able to, you know, alleviate some of that stress by being able to share it. And the problem with, the problem is when you can share everything with your person, they're not always going to be able to fix it. But at least you're not going through it alone. And that's what it means to be with someone, is not having to go through shit alone. It's to be able to have someone to celebrate when you have good shit to celebrate, but it's also have someone there with you when you have bad shit. So you don't have to go hide in a corner and deal with it on your own. It's more about the give and take. And I feel like they're finally starting to realize that. You're really not going to have anything until they give you the respect that you deserve to be in all knowing of what's going on. And I feel like they always kept you in the dark when it came to the bad shit. And the problem with that is not always, but sometimes when you hide the bad shit from your person, it can make them think it's their fault. It can make them think they're doing something wrong. When all it takes is a conversation to make it very clear to them what is going on. And I feel like with that, like I said, with this person finally putting in the work and finally showing up and finally doing what is right and what you deserve, giving you what you deserve, putting in that work with that Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like it is going to give you balance. It's going to give you that foundation that you wanted. And I see a lot of good fortune. Like I said, I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of good fortune, but I see this more than most people think. I'm not going to lie. A lot of times it's more of a male thing. That toxic masculinity, feeling like they have to be the protector and the person that deals with all the problems. But it's not always. Sometimes women can be the ones that hide the problems because they feel like they can deal with it on their own and they don't want to share it because they don't want to put that on their person. But that's what your person is there for. They're there for you to put that on them. It's better than to keep them shut out and make them feel neglected or make them feel unwanted, because that's what happens a lot of the time. Like when you're hiding something from your person, like I said, not all the time, but sometimes people have a tendency of imagining what the hell it is that you're keeping from them, and not all people have a good imagination. Some people think the worst possible scenario, which causes a bigger bridge between the two of you. Now with this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. The world is hard enough sometimes that we don't have a safe place. And that safe place is with that person. We come home to that person, or you make a phone call to that person. If you can't be honest and real and open up to that person, then you're with the wrong person. Or they are. Because you should be able to be 100% honest with the person that you're with. And if you can't, you need to reflect on what it is that keeps you from thinking you can. Your person is there for you, just like you'd be there for them. And if they're not there for you when you need them, then they shouldn't be there for you when you don't. But like I said, this is their mistake. But it's going to pay off for both of you because they're finally seeing things the right way. They're finally realizing that you're there. You're not there because they're making you. You're not there because they don't want to be. They're there because they want to be. They're there for you. And all they want you to do is be there for them. You got to trust each other. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.